plane time. And I do have new plane parts, starting with now I have the inline cockpit. And I want this to be a multi-passenger plane. And I now also have the Mark 1, finally, the Mark 1 crew cabin, which is, I think, fabulous. Now, this thing is going to be collecting some science for me. I do have a new science part that I want to show people right here. It's the atmospheric fluid variometer, or something like that. Let's stick that up there. And this is a familiar stock part, though Kerbalism has now stuck its claws into it. If I open it up, I can configure it. You can set it up to do the spectrovariometer. Oh, no, you can't. Sorry. If I go to configure this thing, there it is, it can do nothing, which is the way it's set now. I think that might be the stock. No, it's not even the stock experiment. It's doing nothing. If I click over once, it can do some atmospheric science for me, and there is some different science experiments that it can do that unfortunately the text is getting all gobbled up, so we'll look at them in just a second. Or you can do some underwater science with it, and again the text is sort of gobbled up a little bit. I'm going to do some, or you can set it up as an atmospheric harvester to collect CO2 or oxygen or nitrogen or ammonia to do various chemical funs with, but I'm setting it up for atmospheric science. And in doing that, I now have a new button here to configure the atmospheric science. And there's different atmospheric science experiments you can do. There's the familiar press map barometer. There is the, oh, that was it, the press map barometer, which is I can get with just a, that's the stock one. But there's this new experiment called the Wing Experiment. It is the wandering investigation not on the ground. And not many takers to watch the ground zipping past so quickly. Yeah, this is a Kerbalism experiment. And just paying some attention here, it takes 10 minutes and 27 seconds to run. Its only situation in which you can run it is flying low. No other situation, but it is biome specific while flying low. So you can go over different places and fly low. You got to collect, takes 10 minutes to collect. One important thing to note here is the data size, 38 megabytes of data that this generates. That's a lot. Just to sort of put that into perspective, this cockpit is now set up to store 2 megabytes of data. Putting it up to its max is 8 megabytes of data. So you kind of get the idea. 32 megabytes of data is a lot. So we got to think about how we're going to store that or transmit that. How quickly does it, you know, maybe the best plan is not to store it. Maybe the best plan, whoops, sorry, where'd it go? Oh, got to go here. Maybe the best, I was going to put on enough storage to store it, but maybe the best plan is to transmit it. It creates data at 60.61 kilobytes per second. To transmit, I would have to use this antenna, the Communitron 16S. What's the transmission rate of that? Transmission rate is 2.2 kilobytes per second. Okay. So let me just verify that I'm not missing something. This is 60.61. So this can't nearly transmit quick enough. So that's going to be a problem. Okay, so we need to store it. All right, so we need to store 32 megabytes of data, and this is how we're going to do it. We're going to get the QB probe core, and we're going to stick that on the front. And the QB, unlike the other probe cores, Kerbalism gives you a nice use for this thing. The QB can go up to, whoops, 32 megabytes of data, right? So that would be enough to store this thing. I'm going to actually put on 2 of these. We'll put one here. Actually, I'm going to put another one right on top. Well, no, you know what? I'll put them at the back. And we're going to turn it to... yeah, let's turn them both to 24. Because I might have other experiments running besides this one. And then the way I'm going to kind of cheat my way around this is if I take me the Mark 1 fuel can, put it on there, grab this, and, you know, there you go. Never see him again. So that's all I'm going to do. If there's experiments on it, let's see. What do I want to run for the experiments? I do want to run the thermometer. Yeah, and I do want to run that stuff. So let's see. We can run the temperature scan and the telemetry report. I can also run. I can reconfigure this other one. There's no sense having both of those. All that stuff's for space. Geiger counter. Doesn't matter. Where's the atmospheric pressure scanner? Can't you? Oh, no. Telemetry, too hot. Geiger. Oh, okay. Never mind. So this one will do none. I was going to the barometer, but there isn't one. Boop, boop, boop. So that one's just there for data. So now I got data storage. There we go. Never to be seen again. It's an internal hard drive system. Okay, I also going to need a barometer. Barometer. Where are we? There it is. Barometer. Kind of tuck that there. Okay, so we'll turn that on. Turn the wing experiment on. Turn the crew report on. And that should... Did I turn on? Shoot. Now I can't remember if I turned on the... And I turned on the temperature report and that. Good, 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 good. Okay, so that should be good. Let's tuck that out of the way, tuck that out of the way. The other thing that's nice about the crew cabin is it also gives me some external storage. So what I'm going to actually put in there as well, under cargo, because I've yet to do this on the surface of Kerbin, is the EVA experiment. So we'll get somebody to do that. So now this thing is all scienced up. Now we got to get it to fly. And so what I was thinking... I wanted to build something. I want something that can scoot. That's really what I'm thinking. So I do now have the Weasley jet engine. Back here. There we go. Which is a much more powerful engine than the little Juno engine. It also has a reverse thrust mode, which is great. And what I was thinking about was actually like really doing this. Like, I want to build something that I can really... I want to, with the tech I got, to be able to break speed records and all kinds of things like that. So that's the kind of thing I'm thinking about. You know, it's going to need some air intakes. Put an air intake at the front. We'll put air intakes there. That's going to go like a bat out of hell. Of course, right now, it ain't going to do much of anything. It doesn't have wings. So let's take a look at what we have for wing parts. I do now have... I have a lot of good wing parts now. I got a lot of good aerodynamic parts. Let's take my checklist out of here for a bit. It's getting in my way. Let's arrange these by mass again. I do now have these swept wings. Feels funny, like on the stock tech tree, these are pretty low on the list of parts, but maybe they might be better. Yeah, let's get the mass and the lift and fold. I'm thinking some swept wings. We'll adjust these so that the windows aren't covered, and we'll kind of tuck them back this way a little bit. We'll have to do some beautifying on this. I do also have... I have this tail fin. Oh, that's the same tail fin that's on the Juno. That's nothing new. But what I also have, that's really rather huge. I have this tail, these winglets. Actually, that looks all right. I'm going to go with that. Is that straight? That's straight. And I can also use those for elevators here. Two of them, obviously. That's starting to look more. Okay. We need some control surfaces on the wings. I have these Elevon ones. Is that all I got? That's all I got. So nothing too fancy. Like that. Yep. What are these wings like? I mean, I could get into building... You know, I shouldn't really adjust my plan partway through, but I could build... This is not the thing. I'm just sort of looking to see, would I rather have wings that are like that? Let's take this away. It's getting in there. Now, you know what? Let's try what I got. Let's try what I got. I think this is kind of working. Kind of working. This thing should have a pretty healthy thrust to weight too. Yeah, this thing's gonna scoop. All right, let's adjust the position of that center of lift. So I like to get them, the center of lift and the center of mass kind of in line. So we're going to try and see if we can make this not, it's going to look stupid. Okay, so I don't want stuff sticking out. It's going to have to come forward a bit just to get away from... just so it doesn't look terrible around the engines. And then we're also going to have to move this one. This is going to have to go back. Back. And sometimes I get way too concerned with profiles. Things like that to make sure it looks okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, landing gear. I now have retractable landing gear, which makes me happy. One of these at the front. And we'll put a couple of them at the back. Do I want them on the wings or on... I like to get a really nice wide footprint for these, but I'm worried that that's going to be... Well, I can see the wings look bad here anyway. I'm going to adjust this. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to put them on the tanks. I don't... there's too much of a difference between these two. And I could tuck this one up, but then it's going to go right into the fuselage. I don't like that, so... And I don't want to bring the main wings any further downwards. This is really in the way. So what we're going to do here, let's get another pair. Put them there. And you like to position these so they're a little bit behind the center of mass. Not too close to the center of mass, or else your plane will have a tendency to fall backwards on the runway. Those already might be a little bit too close. But you want to be fairly close to the center of mass, because if you're not, you'll have trouble pitching up. It's got to kind of imagine pivoting on these wheels when you pitch up to take off. It's, well, we'll see. We'll most certainly be testing this. And then what I like to do is on the runway, I want it to be slightly pitched upwards. Well, this is going to be exactly flat, of course. So what we're going to do is just move these guys a little bit into the fuselage, not a lot. And you know what? I am going to move them outwards a bit too. A little bit of a wider... As long as it doesn't look stupid. That looks okay. Let's take the mass thing away. And if we just down. Yeah, I think that should pitch up just ever so lightly. I don't know. I think it might be onto something already. What's the delta V of this thing like? 54,000 meters. So this thing will have a lot of delta V. It can really, it'll be able to fly a long distance, though I probably won't use it for that because it feels, if anything, a little on the short and stumpy side, but I don't know, might be okay. Okay, let's let's adjust these aerodynamic surfaces. So this is going to be for the roll. We'll bring that down to about 6%. This is going to be for the yaw. We'll put that around 6% or so. We might adjust this later. This is good. These are for pitch. And 6. I'll put them all at 6% for now. I think we're going to give this a test. So there's Jebediah. What's the cargo situation? Jebediah doesn't need this. We've got to put some ladders and stuff on it so they can get in and out too. But let's okay, this is, give it a name. This is the Weasley 3 for its 3 Weasley engines. Let's save this and we're going to simulate. So this is a simulation. If things crash, well, that's kind of why you do simulations. Okay, brakes on, lights on, view to chase. Be on there, and yeah, I can't believe I'm still on this ground runway. I should just upgrade the runway just out of principle, even if I don't need it yet. SAS on, throttle up, brakes off. Let's punch it. See what Jebediah thinks of this thing. Up would be nice. It's not pitching up very well. Might need some canards at the front or something. It really doesn't want to pitch up. It's really stuck on the runway. Okay. Might switch these out for some canards at the front. There it goes. Okay, gear down. Let's... I mean, it was over 200 meters per second before it... Oh my gosh. Okay, so, yeah. That's why we test. Oh, this is really not very aggressive on the pitch. Oh, gosh, that might have been part of the problem. Okay, let's put them up to 15. But this might be better off with canards at the front rather than these elevators at the back. The elevators might be too close to the center of mass. Ugh. Okay, what about the roll? What's roll like? Roll's not... You know what? I think these control surfaces are just very small for such a small plane. Or for such a heavy plane. It's a heavy, stumpy plane. I think I need more aggressive control surfaces. And yaw? Yeah, yaw's not aggressive enough either. This up to 12. So I have that now at 12. Whoa, that's the roll. Okay, these are now at 12, and these are at 15. Seems to be doing all right. Throttle up, Jeb. Over. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I have my cap lock on too. That doesn't help. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. How about if I turn off? It's a little nose heavy, but you want it a little nose heavy. All right. Let's restart this. Restart the simulation. I'm going to turn up the authority limiters on those control surfaces before taking off again, see if that helps. Alright, so there we go. Try this again. T, Z, view to chase. Lights on for no apparent reason. So, we're going to put these up. I think I had this at 12. No, 15. That's right, on these. And this authority, I think I had at around 12. And rudder authority I had on 12. Let's see. Okay, brakes off. Throttle up. There we go. Let's see if this is a little better. I still think I'm going to have to be moving these control surfaces. I don't like that great big angle there, but look, like I'm pitched right up and it doesn't want to take off. I'm over 150. I'm off the runway too. Okay, that's just not going to work. Let's terminate the simulation. We got to come up with a different plan. We're not going to take off at 150 meters per second. Benjamin says, I don't know why I don't have the wireframe when using KRASH. Oh, you do have the option turned on. Oh, I don't know what to say then, Benjamin. Oh, I kind of do like that wireframe for the simulations. What Where's the mass? Okay, where are these aerodynamic control surfaces? Again, what I need, I think, are some sort of canards at the front. What I don't have... Yeah, I'm not happy with the control surfaces I do have. I especially like... Sorry. There we go. I especially like the little wings. For making rudders and control surfaces and stuff, and I just don't have them. Alright. Mass lift. That's probably mass. There. What I might what if I just took these off? And then just rolled these backwards. Even further than they already are. Like that. Oh, wow. That's, well, I don't know. It looks okay. I don't like how far down... Well, I can move the wings up. There's no reason for them to be down like that now. Let's move them up. That might be better. I have to make sure our pilot can still get out. Slide these down a little bit to make sure they're not in the way of the pilot. Maybe up a little bit here. Probably going to have to move those landing gear. Maybe not. Maybe not. Part of the issue is I might have had those landing gear too far back. That's another possibility. Move them a little forward. See what that's like. Alright. Let's again adjust control authorities. So this guy, let's get rid of our for goodness sakes checklist. There we go. I think I had it up to like here 11. This guy as well, I want it up a little higher. And these guys, let's put them around the same. Let's put them at 10. This is for pitch now. So we've made the switch from elevators to canards. See if that makes us a happier plane. Still looks good. And looking good is what's important. Okay, brakes. There. U. T. Z. Alright, jab. Boom. Hopefully this will take off a fair amount easier. See, there you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, what's the pitch? See, now it's got way too much pitch authority. Way too much pitch authority. Let's bring that down to 5. That's better. And roll authority. It's not bad. It can come down too. I think because now all the control... let's slow down. All the control surfaces are further away from the center of mass, so they're all providing a lot more action than they did before. But yaw. See, everything can come down now. Whoa. Okay. So what did I do? I got these guys at 8, 6? Those are at 6. This is at 6. This is at 5. Let's put it at 6. And now everything's at 6. Okay, let's turn around. Let's see if we can land. Why haven't you upgraded the runway? That is an excellent question. Kermie asks, why have you not upgraded the runway? It hasn't been necessary yet is the answer, but to be honest, it looks so stupid that I think I will. I think it's like 75,000 Kerb bucks to upgrade the runway, which is really very little in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so I got to remember to adjust those control authority. Otherwise, I think we got ourselves a plane here. I think this is pretty good. Okay, coming to the runway. Oh, and I also want to set up the reverse thrust. The reverse thrust is great. Speaking of which, I'm coming to the runway. I should be slowing down. Oh, I'm noticing... Oh, I don't like this action happening here. Do you see that? Have to see if I can stiffen this up a little bit. What if... Auto strut to the heaviest part? It's better. A little faster. If I auto strut the other side. That's much better. Okay, so I'll have to remember to fix that by auto strutting. Okay, gear. That would be a good idea. Yep. Way ahead of you, Benjamin. Benjamin's saying the auto strut. There is about now a 10-second delay. I've turned the lag down a little bit, but there's now about a 10-second delay in the chat for those people in the chat. I don't have it down any further than that to instant because, be honest, most of the time there's a delay in my brain. I am falling. This thing, I didn't pay attention to what its stall speed was, but it's coming down pretty heavy. Hence why we simulate. Okay, let's... Wait, I did simulate this, right? I didn't hit launch, did I? That was a simulation, was it not? Oh no. Oh no, did I not hit simulate? Did I hit launch instead? I didn't hit simulate, I hit launch instead. Oh my gosh! Oh, I gotta take off. It's this kind of stupidness that really I've got to stop. I got to put the revert to flight back in. I took it off to try and keep me honest, but it's keeping me from doing really, really, really dumb things. What time is it right now? It is day 59, 4:38. So let's see if we can find a save that was reasonably close to all that. 4:30. Oh, there's the persistent file, but that's... Tell me that was before. Oh my gosh, I hit launch in the V. Yeah, I did. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get into the settings. I'm gonna turn on revert. Kind of stupid interface issues. If it's a design issue, I'll live with it. If it's a flying mistake, I'll live with it. If it's a stupid... No, that is debris. Okay, let's see what else we got. But if it's a stupid just interface issue like that on me, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let Jeb die because of something colossally dumb like that. That's just way too sad. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't have a save, and I'm not going to fix it now. I don't have a recent enough save, but I'm going to bring Jebediah back. I'm not going to accept that. Because, and then I'm going to get in and put it back in, revert to flight on the settings. Cancel. We'll recover this stuff. Resume. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to let Jeb die in as stupid and as lame a way as that.